Financial crisis, it came to a head with the collapse of Lehman Brothers, as you know, in 2008. But our next guest says it didn't have to happen. Lawrence McDonald is author of Colossal Failure of Common Sense, the inside story of the collapse of Lehman Brothers. He was a trader at Lehman and is now a managing director at Pangea Capital Management. We're pleased to have him joining us now with his unique perspective. Larry, great to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So we're waiting to hear this conference, the Greater Omaha Chamber's 2010 annual meeting luncheon at the Quest Omaha Center. Warren Buffett's going to do a conversation with Hank Paulson, who, of course, was Treasury Secretary during the Lehman collapse. So do you have any hard feelings?
Well, bitterness lives, I guess. I mean, this is, to me, it's really the crime of the century. It never should have happened. After Lehman fell, in the United States, we lost about 3 million jobs, and a lot of the problems emanate from the Treasury. I mean, this is a situation where I think Hank Paulson and his team took Lehman Brothers' head, they put it underwater, and they watched for the bubbles.
What do you think was accomplished by that? There's been so much fallout, right, that was just too aggressive of a move at the time.
Well, the thing is, they misjudged how much counterparty risk Lehman had with all the other firms on Wall Street, and they essentially were playing God. I mean, remember in the 80s we had this Iran-Contra scandal, and it was a huge scandal, and it was on the national press for weeks, and it was because people in government took power and were playing God with taxpayer dollars. Here, Hank Paulson and his team and Tim Geithner essentially were playing God, and around September 15, 2008, our Treasury downtown, our Fed building, excuse me, was like an intensive care ward. They essentially were unplugging in some banks and plugging in others.